We're back. Let's go.
Being guided by the tent.
We can probably pick up. I don't want to go up there.
Blade in hand. Must be something.
Come, Huntress. You and I should speak.
Oh yeah.
Are you
this is
Chaplain
the,
Jera? Catalo said I should talk to you, to see if you need help.
Bold move, Wallbreaker, burying Tekote's pride beneath the bulwark's rubble.
I was just...
At ease. Many in the clan agree with you, and Marshal Catalo was right to send you to me. There is something you can help with.
Oh, good.
A few of our soldiers followed him to the embassy at Barren Light, against Tekote's orders.
Right. I remember Catalo showed up last, with only a few representatives from the Sky Clan.
When those soldiers returned home, Tekote reassigned them to an old watchtower, one we had abandoned to the machines.
Okay.
He insisted that with war brewing it must be reclaimed, but those soldiers are serving no one out there.
You don't say.
If, however, they were to return by request of Hikaro's champion, Tekote wouldn't have the backing to deny them, especially when their chaplain supports their return.
Tell a few soldiers to come home and give Tekote another black eye? Sounds easy enough.
Go to the cold rushes, a long stretch to the west. The watchtower stands beside the falls. Speak to Kiva there, the squad's leader. Good luck.
Well, thank you.
If we want to reclaim our honor,
Question is,
then we
will
must
I
do so
do
in
it
battle with
now?
Kamala.
The Outlander has shown us. We must join him.
Oh, yeah?
The Outlander has shown us. We must join him.
I think
You made it to action.
I'd rather do the quest. I've been here before. I don't even remember. Fam. Don't even really know where I am. Well, there's Demeter. There's Poseidon. Right. Memorial Grove. Let's do that. Alright, where's the nearest campfire? Oink! Right there. Coming through. I enjoy that they made fast travel free if you're at a campfire. I very much enjoy that. Yeah, boy. Okay, we need to go in there. Can I scan anything that way? It's like big NO, coach.
She's with us. Let her pass. Outlander, Chief Hikaro and Marshal Catalo await you within.
Okay. Same lines.
This easy?
Right.
The
Quite
cooler
a
should
bit
be
of
starting
ways.
soon. Once it's done, I'll be able to access the chamber below Hikaro's throne. And
Can I get up there? No. I have to go around. Oh, that's why. It's in the throne room. Hopefully.
Outlander, the chief awaits you in the arena, past the throne.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, I'm touching the throne. There it is. That's the chamber right there.
this must lead to the arena.
We almost forgot the lore. We have acquired the lore. ladies and gentlemen. I bet they're gonna make me fight. Instead of
It's
bodyguard.
another part of the ruins. Turned into a fighting ring.
Oh, it's a Spanish. Party on.
Oh, this could be useful.
I got a new set of armor. To knocked martial armor. More melee. Less damage. Being hit by shock damage is bad. This one is being hit by acid damage is bad. I didn't even notice that. Low health regen. We probably want that. Yeah, we'll take it. What else was there? Okay, thank you. I would like to make some, please. Do I really have to go all the way out to do that? That's oof. The Gaia Kernel, the Igniter, the Pullcaster, and the Shield Wing. When do I get the shield? Black box in No Man's Land. Okay. Oh yeah, I was gonna hold on to that until I needed things. Skydrifter. Glinthawk, Shellwalker, Ravager. Ravager? Them boys was spicy. Thunderjaw. I haven't even seen a normal one, but I've seen an Apex one. Nice. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm gonna make one of these. Cute. Make some of them. Cool beans. Wait, electric? Oh yeah. Okay, we're ready.
Aloy, it seems you've had to move mountains to bring the Sky Clan to heal. Literally.
Katalo helped.
Yes. Tekote reprimanded for all the clan to see. You both served well. But now the cool route is at hand. Some have come to compete, others to bear witness. They know Regala will come for me.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever it takes to hold up my end, as long as you remember yours. So what's the plan?
Katalo,
There are only two viable ways to attack the arena. Through the throne room you just passed, and by the trail on the north end.
Or by
We've set up
sky.
barricades at both. But if Regala means to assault the cool route with machines, she will have to attack by the trail.
you will join our defenders there. Hold the line, and I'll have my marshals.
Yep.
You will be free of my service and receive your reward. Make whatever preparations you must. Once the cool route begins, you must see it through.
Peacekeepers.
I know where I'll be. What about you two?
I will be here with the chief, where I belong. Should the fight
Okay.
reach us, we will take the blood owed for our fallen.
If it comes to that, the defenses will hold.
Such confidence.
The grove, the arena, it's all part of the same ancient structure?
Yes. Here the land remembers the sacrifice of the 10. Their deeds commemorated for eternity.
Okay.
Sacrifice.
It's like a mausoleum.
The visions tell us that on the ground below, they gave their lives in a fight against machines. We honored them by holding the cool route where they fell.
Okay. I'm good.
Let's get this over with.
Good. You'll find Dekka at the north barricade with the rest of our defenders. Strike true as the 10. I'll see you when this is done.
Party on. Can I not just like glide over there?
assist Marshal Catala with guarding the chief.
I would like to go through, please.
We all have our orders. We'll see the coup route through. Your enemy is
Take more than courage.
You're
Regala will come for the chief.
Let's see if we can upgrade anything. What do I even want to upgrade? This, my guy. Yes, we want critical hit chance. Yes. I'll take extra damage and crit chance. Ah, green shine though. Green shine, lots of it. I'm gonna pass for now. Sharp shot bow. I can do one component tear plus. Alright. You got me. Which one am I wearing? I can do one pouch upgrade. Precision arrow quiver. You know you want it. Elite precision arrows? Okay. That's pretty rude. Considering in the previous game we could carry like 30 of them bad boys. I don't need none of that.
Only question is when.
Will the Sky Clan stand tall after this?
Coil slot. Cool, thanks. Restock. Let's go around.
Let the challengers blitz. Be
Today was the
vigilant.
man of
No
Shogun.
Lowlander
means
is
to
going
make
to
good on
earn
her
this
threat.
right.
Looking for lore. I guess we're good so far.
Mr. Cote. Thanks, of course.
Is that gossip?
That how Eastern are behaving?
Chief's champion. What an honor.
Easterner.
Didn't think the Sky Commander himself would be joining us today.
If there's a chance my challengers will be facing Regala, it is only right their commander join in their fate.
Or maybe you need to save face after what happened at the Bulwark.
Careful now. Sometimes sharp wits bring out sharp spears.
I'd save my spear for Regala's troops, if I were you.
Oh, snap. She's out for blood. Friendly fire activated, am I right? I don't have any more medicine? Be sad.
Okay. Hikaru's defenders should be at the end of this trench.
Deca.
We are not alone in this fight.
Okay. Well, I probably should have looked for some
Focus
medicine.
on the machines. Take them down. And Regala's forces become no different from our own.
Yes, Chaplain.
Watch each other's backs. Dismissed.
Dismissed.
Our soldiers are ready. They will defend the cool route from below. But from above...
Not bad.
A Ravager cannon?
Where did you get it?
One of our squads ripped it off a fallen machine. The honor is yours.
Probably not many shots, though.
Regala may have her tricks, but you will show her our teeth.
It's getting good and juicy.
Thunder! The cool route is upon us! Our struggle demands new blood! New leaders! Release the quarry! Challengers, approach! All who take down a machine shall be named Marshal. Remember the 10. Strike from the air as they did, and seize your glory.
Tasks.
Here they come!
Oh, that's not it.
Hold them back! Defend the cool route!
Why did we stop? Stop taking shots. Taking shots. Have any shots left? Yeah, we gotta get those thingies. That grit jaws.
Defend the cool route!
know there were traps. Okay. Wasn't too bad.
There can't be all of them.
There. What is that?
Those
I don't know.
snakes.
Hold the defenses!
Go!
Got this. Still good. Oh. Very interesting weapon she has. Not gonna lie. Am I surprised? No. Here it comes. Alright, so it's got acid.
Get
We
to
wanna
the
get rid of
weapon!
that one.
If I can draw that thing close, open fire! Hey! That's right, over here, you big worm! Slim down and catch up to Regala. Hopefully the Demons can fire a few shots from that ballista.
Ouch. Things are freaking strong.
I'm in position! Let's bring this thing down! Sorry to wait from the ballista!
Jump. Okay, I have to jump when that happens. Come on. You gave me no chance. No reasonable chance. Where's the ballista? Nope. Must be spicy. Alright, that's not gonna be okay. Stop!
Keep
Like
its
for real!
attention! Here goes nothing! Got it! Gotta reload! Ammo's out.
Yeah, it is.
Get it,
With the spraying! I mean... You need to chill!
Take that, machine! Reloading! Keep up the tension! Firing!
No shot.
Yeah, I know. Stop. It's almost dead. Oh, destroyed it. Daddy, chill. Got him, coach. I'm gonna scavenge the crap out of that thing.
I hate those things. Regala went after Hikaru and Katalo. I gotta get to them.
Stuff.
Champion! Get to the
Okay,
chief!
here we go then.
Go! Get to the chief!
There! Mark that target!
Need medicine. Bad.
Katalo!
She's not dead. I'm gonna tell you now. She's not dead. See?
This isn't finished! I'll be back with everything I have!
Sure you
And
will.
all who stand with Hekarro will be run red.
Good luck. That's all I have to say.
At attention. You fought well. Proved yourself against enemies both metal and flesh. I name you all Marshal. Your first order is to secure the arena from any remaining rebels. Go.
Such peaceful talk from someone who just about died.
I failed. I should have finished Regala. But now she'll be back with more machines. Stronger than ever.
I'll do what I can to help.
No, you've done enough. Far more than our bargain called for.
Such an honor.
When we first met, you spoke of your true mission on which all depends. I wasn't certain if I believed you then. But I believe in you now. So leave me. And get to your task.
What will you do?
Tend to the wounds. What you need is there. Take it. Your deeds today will be remembered like those of the 10.
Wow. Well, let's get Aether. Is that it? Because that's too easy. Oh, that was the door button.
This is it. Aether's below. What was this place?
What was it?
There. That console.
Alright, we got the lore. I think that's all of it. Yeah.
Come on, Aether. Time to go home. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring ether subordinate function to original code.
Okay.
Got it. Now to get this back to Gaia.
The visions in the grove have changed. The words of the 10 are now clear to us.
Wow.
Here, this must be the vision that Chief Hekarro had years ago. All of the visions are changed, and this one just arrived. Aloy, here. Let's talk.
Is that Gara? Oh wow, it's the White House.
Please, Aloy, come here. The visions throughout the grove are different now. And this one, it just appeared. Is this your doing?
Visions have changed.
That's the one that inspired Chief Hekarro.
More testimony of the old ones.
Hear now the words that reunited a people. Following the tragic events of the war, Anne Faraday, the chief architect of the reconciliation effort, addressed a nation in need of hope.
If we look into the future, the lens of the recent past, our fears loom. Wars waged against machines, scarcity of food and water, storms that drive us from our homes. But true courage means facing those fears with conviction instead of cynicism. Leading the peacekeeping effort with these brave men and women, these marshals of the new Southwest, has strengthened my conviction that when we are united, we can overcome any threat. Join me. Join us in that conviction as we strive for a nation and a world without want or war.
So good. So good.
Reporting for duty, Commander. I'm coming with you.
What?
Hikaru needs you.
Because of you, he has new marshals. And a rallying cry the clans cannot ignore. So I will stand with you on your mission.
Wow.
Give whatever is left of my life. It is what I choose.
How can I say no to that? Zoe, there's someone who wants to join us. I need you to meet him in the foothills and guide him the rest of the way.
Will do, Aloy.
Go to the mountains, west of Plainsong. A friend of mine will meet you on the ascent. I'll join you when I can.
A friend of yours? Should be interesting.
There was more to that he just said, but I couldn't pick up on all of it.
All right. I need to get Aether back to Gaia. Seems like capturing it did something to the other holograms, too. Might be worth checking out.
But do I want to? I think I need to. I don't foresee myself coming back for a while.
Your spear shall lead us.
It won't be long now.
Discover how JTF-10 claimed home field advantage in the desert. JTF-10 seized key assets all across the desert. Where others feared the Mojave's raging sandstorms, JTF soldiers used them for cover, crippling enemy supply lines.
I have to listen to them all.
Observe the grit of JTF-10 in the mountainous regions of the hot zone, trained to outlast, conditioned for any climate. JTF-10 were elite defenders in even the most remote mountain landscapes.
Okay. This isn't too awful.
You are the tip of the spear that shall finish Regala.
The final battle with Regala is nigh.
Join JTF-10 for a covert operation deep within the rainforest. Whether at home or abroad, JTF-10 protected assets critical to the insurrection. Deep in the jungle, concealed by mud and darkness, they laid their traps for their enemies.
Okay. Is that it? Is that it? I don't... There was one more in the foyer.
And giant lifts with gears and metal and iridium.
I would really like medicine.
So what?
Please and thank you.
Imagine what else there
That.
Talk yourself up all you want.
Aloy. A word, if you will?
Out in the field or relaxing at base, Joint Task Force 10 acted as one. Led by Colonel Edward de la Hoya, their bodies and weapons were always honed for battle. Meals, ink, bruises.
Aloy.
These daredevils of the sky shared it all.
Right. I'm sure that'd go well.
Okay, I'm good. Give me all the medicine you have. Please. Please. I guess I'll go to Gaia this way. No, it is a rock. It is also a rock. Gossip?
You! Let me take a look at you, stranger.
You shouldn't miss this chance to trade.
You're the outlander who stood against Regala and her rebels.
Got that right.
Only if it means we're good here.
Don't worry. I'm not here to drink your blood, or whatever you Easterners think we do. The slaughter at the embassy wasn't your fight, yet you stood by the Marshals. As far as I'm concerned, you're no enemy of the Tenakth. But you are going to need help if you plan on surviving the clanlands. I hear and see many things as a scout. I could share them with you, aid you on your journey.
I'd be grateful.
Well then. A caravan of Asura make camp in the still sands south of here. We've tolerated them so far. But their leader's a greedy profiteer. He steps out of line, I'll gladly send the whole camp packing.
That's fair enough.
Thank you for the gossip.
Sounds like the Asura were taking quite a risk being out here. Maybe I should talk to them. Find out what they're doing.
I would like the medicine. Game. Beans. I don't think it's gonna happen. Not before Gaia, anyway. Okay, fine. Ooh, with this. Okay, I got the little medicine. Got enough to make it go away. I'll take it. Okay.
Make an interesting color for my armor.
Alright, to Gaia. It's not statue. Where's the storm? That way.
Snow's melting on my clothes.
You'll be fine.
Great.
You'll be fine. Where's that other campfire? Guess it's not outside. So excited. Okay.
Yeah, like this? Oh, you're not waving a hammer around, Aaron. Try a gentler touch.
And my big sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?
Bring it back. Trace the line. To your right. Other right.
I just saw it. It's the one Aloy found up north. Gotcha! They call it a concussion beat party or something. Yeah, now that's music.
Aloy!
Erend, you're all better. And you're here.
Varl said you might need some help after all. Doing, complicated things.
We still have much training to do, of course. One does not become hunter in a day.
Each seed grows at a pace of its own. Doesn't mean it won't bloom. You should know your Tanakh friend arrived.
Kotallo.
I heard their warriors drink people's blood. Might want to sleep with one eye open.
I think he's seen enough blood for a lifetime.
I showed him to one of the rooms. He seems to appreciate the privacy.
Looks like you've got things under control. I should get this to Gaia.
Right. We'll keep on training. Catch up as fast as we can.
Good idea.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, while you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with Gaia to find out more about the land gods. So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training. Come along.
So playful.
Okay.
So the old ones painted their faces with something called makeup.
As you progress in the
Like the
story,
card
the
show.
ones indicated by
Why?
exclamation point.
Yeah, it beats me.
It probably meant something to them.
We'll talk to
As
him
it
now.
does to my people.
Hey,
Hey.
a nice place.
Well, it's not like I built it or anything.
Right. Well, I can see why you had your doubts about bringing us along. It is a lot to take in. But, don't worry. There's nothing I can't handle.
Right. How are you settling in?
Varl's been helping me get the lay of the land, when he's not getting all tongue-tied. I don't know who makes him more nervous, that Gaia lady or our new Utaru friend.
What about the Vanguard? Aren't you supposed to be back east, ordering them around?
I sent some of them back to Meridian with a message. I doubt Avad will mind me sticking around to help the savior of Meridian.
So, you've met our new Tanakh friend.
He's, quiet. I thought his people were supposed to be bloodthirsty maniacs.
They are not.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you trust him, so do I.
I see Varl gave you a focus.
Well, it doesn't look as fashionable on me, but by the Forge, the things I've been able to see. Granted, a lot of them are bad, you know, the old world ending and such. I'm still trying to wrap my head around most of it, but I never really understood how you were ever able to find my sister back in the Sundom. And now I do, sort of. It makes me feel like I could be useful, you know?
It takes some time, but yeah.
I'm gonna take a quick second and point out the impossibility that none of those have Silence's spyware is slim to none in my mind. Just throwing that out there.
I guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things, thanks to you. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah, you and me both. I better go.
Right. I'll leave you to it.
So kind. So much talking, but I'm so excited.
Wow, this place is starting to come alive.
Yeah, and Gaia placed all the data she got from your focus into that archive room. With the focuses you gave us, we'll be able to access it at our own pace. You know, learn and train. And if you need us, we'll be there to fight at your side.
Got it. Thanks, Varl.
Varl is so cool.
I'm guessing you've spoken with Kotallo?
I wanted to pay my respects for those who fell when we were ambushed at the embassy. Told him I'd never seen anyone throw themselves at a machine like he did. He said a warrior shouldn't be praised for fulfilling their duty. For a second, I thought I was talking to my mother. Never thought a Tenakth and a Nora war chief could have so much in common.
Well, okay then.
How's everyone handling their focus?
And we all have our difficult moments. Arendt definitely curses the most. But I'm hoping Oseram's stubbornness prevails.
How's everyone doing?
Just taking it all in. No one snapped their bowstrings yet.
So, training with Zoe, huh?
Yes, training. Mostly. Look, she reads glyphs faster than I can already. I'd be a fool to refuse her help.
Of course.
Mostly, he says.
You guys reading something over there?
We just finished going through all the logs you collected back in Nora territory, and All Mother Mountain. It's hard to imagine that my ancestors were trapped inside, without the knowledge from Apollo to guide them.
Thanks to Ted Faro.
Yeah. I wonder how it must have felt when they were finally free.
They?
The world must have seemed so beautiful.
People, okay.
Not to mention terrifying. They weren't much more than kids.
And they became an entire tribe.
Looks like I was wrong about the Zeniths. Their ship didn't explode on its way to Sirius like everyone thought.
And we saw how they lied about creating a better future at their launch facility. Guess they lied about what happened to their ship, too. But still, a tribe settling amongst the stars.
I couldn't put a single dent in their shields, Varl. That one Zenith almost killed me.
That didn't stop you from resurrecting Gaia. Won't stop us from using Hephaestus against them.
Let's hope that's enough. Think you can hold the fort while I'm gone?
If Aaron stops listening to the same music over and over again, maybe. We'll be fine.
Alright, Zoe, what you got?
Varl looks happy about his training partner.
Learning is best done together.
Have you gone back to Plainsong at all?
I thought about it, but I wouldn't know what to tell them. The chorus already thinks me a thorn in the thicket. If they knew what we did to Fa, even if they understood, there'd be little they could grasp about all this. No. For now, I must leave the tribe behind.
Okay.
So, how does a tribe like the Utaru manage to maintain the peace with warriors like the Tenakth?
By holding them off. When our fields bloomed aplenty, the Tenakth looked upon our lands with envy. But Plainsong's dishes provided sanctuary and high ground to keep invaders at bay. In the end, even the Tenakth saw sense in a truce.
Okay.
The Utaru promised to provide the Tenakth with food from our crops every year. In exchange, the Tenakth would relinquish one of their own, a veteran, to train the Utaru in combat. This custom was abandoned a few years after the derangement. But some veterans still remain in the plains.
I've been meaning to ask, what's the deal with you and the chorus? You didn't seem to be on the best of terms.
That's what happens when you're the one Utaru who insists on publicly defying them. Twice. When the Karja invaded the Utaru plains, they did more than just attack our villages. They burned our fields, took our people as slaves, and murdered those who were too weak to make the trip back to Meridian.
To be sacrificed in the Sun Ring.
I was helping the healers back then, as waves of refugees swarmed into Plainsong. The chorus was divided in how to face the invaders. Some saw sense in raising arms. Others believed the dishes would keep us safe, as they had many times before. And while they bickered, I buried the seeds of the fallen.
It couldn't have been easy. seeing your people suffer while the Karja invaded your lands.
I come from a small village near Plainsong. My grandmother used to say there was no seed that wouldn't grow there.
Wow.
I moved to the dishes when I decided to apprentice as a healer. When the Red Raids began, I thought about going back. But the injured kept pouring into Plainsong, day after day. So I kept putting it off. One day, I woke up to hear a Karja raiding party had ransacked my village during the night. I rushed there with the healers to help the survivors, but there weren't any left.
Wow.
The smell of burning flesh haunts me to this day.
I'm sorry, Zoe.
I made it a point to appear before the chorus as soon as we returned, to demand that we take a stand against the invaders. I was denied. So I left to fight on my own.
You've spoken with Kotallo?
A few words. Tenakth don't have much use for us outsiders. You must have made quite the impression for him to offer his fealty.
So you've been talking to Gaia?
Yes. She was kind enough to take me through some of the history of the Old Ones, including their demise and the heroic actions of her creator, Elizabeth Sobek. I was surprised to see she was you. Past, but reborn? Not that I claim to understand how.
Fair enough. Why is this still... Oh.
You said you set out to fight the Karja alone?
I did. But it turned out I wasn't the only one. News of my disagreement with the chorus spread through the plains. Before I knew it, I had more than a dozen Utaru warriors ready to follow me into battle. We knew we couldn't take on the Karja armies head-on, but we also knew the lay of the land better than they did. We ambushed smaller raiding parties, sabotaged their supply lines, and hit their encampments at night.
Sounds like you were a force to be reckoned with.
Enough that the Tenakth took notice. When the clans began to push the Karja back east, they let us join their ranks. We chased the enemy all the way to Barren Light.
Get it.
You said you were at Barren Light when the Tenakth defeated the Karja?
Tenakth marshals climbed the cliffs of the Daunt under cover of night, then attacked from the other side. Before we knew it, the gates were open, and the full force of the clans burst through. What happened next was not something I like to remember. When all the dust and blood settled, I smelled it again. The stench of burnt flesh. Our enemies defeated. What was left of my squad returned to the Utaru Plains. I went back to Plainsong. But even as the harvest passed, it didn't feel like I'd truly returned at all.
Is that when you became a grave singer?
I thought soothing the suffering of others would somehow appease my own. Then you came along and gave me a choice.
Wow.
I could either sing at people's graves or fight for a chance to keep them alive.
I'm glad you chose the latter.
There we go.
You've been getting to know Erend, I assume?
Of course. Any friend of Varl's is a friend of mine. In this case, a very loud friend.
What are you up to?
Gaia was kind enough to put together a list of glyphs used by the Old Ones. She helped me decipher some of the data you've collected and showed me how to use the focus to help the process. It's not easy, but it's been working so far.
That's good to hear.
She's our little lore master.
I see you've settled in.
Gaia did say this place was built for us, so we could regain control of our lands with her terraforming system. Nurture them like the land gods do Plainsong's fields. It does strike me as odd that a place of life should have so much metal.
Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
She did. Though it wasn't exactly easy to believe. To think that there are places among the stars where life can bloom as it does here. It is humbling, to say the least.
Certainly.
And heartbreaking that such life should be bent on destroying ours.
Yeah.
Right, I should probably go.
I shall return to our training then. Aloy, we've gathered some supplies in that chest. Take what you need.
It's literally like Assassin's Creed. Crafting bench?
Looks like someone's made this space their own.
I see you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy.
Oh, no.
I believe they wanted private accommodations.
I see.
Naturally.
The coming battle won't be easy. Aloy.
It's good to see you. I'm guessing you've got a lot of questions?
I've been told of our enemy and their intentions. Your friends showed me to the vision you keep in this place. Gaia, and gave me this focus. I don't pretend to fully understand everything, but all I really need to know is where to train and when to fight.
Welcome to the team, then.
I love it. I'm not interested in that right now.
What are you looking at over there?
The others have been helping me decipher the symbols the focus shows me. So, I thought I'd try to understand the weapon you intend to use against the enemy. This Hephaestus, it will be able to make machines that answer to Gaia?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
How many?
As many as we need.
Such power. Has the world ever seen the like?
Technically, yes.
Now that you know who the enemy is, do you have any questions?
I'll admit, I find them hard to grasp. From the heavens. And invulnerable.
For now.
I will leave the strategy to you. I trust you will point my blade where it will cut the deepest.
Yes, sir.
You've had some time with the team now. Any thoughts?
I admit, I was surprised to see Nutaru here. Farmers don't make for effective soldiers.
I'm told she rallied some in her tribe against the Karja, and fought all the way to Barren Light.
Interesting. Perhaps I'm mistaken.
You would be right. I'm not interested currently.
I should go. Feel free to check in on Hikaru and your people. Door's always open here.
I will. May the 10 walk with you.
Alright, what we got? I need three plowhorn horns. Here's a stage. Creepy little bedroom.
Holograms. Gaia, I thought you said the data here was lost.
I was able to repurpose the equipment to store the data you have acquired in your travels.
Ooh. It's a little trophy room.
I wouldn't have taught you the song if I didn't like the way you sing it.
So you like hearing me butcher Utaru music? I sure don't.
Looks like Erend and Katalo moved their stuff in.
Bunk. Or what, Aaron? Sure. I love it. Changing over time.
Door's locked. Maybe Gaia will be able to get it open later. Huh. Looks like someone's rearranged stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you found your room.
Oh.
Your space of your own.
That was thoughtful of them.
Sure was.
I've been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe. My old spear. Rust helped me make it. When I finished my training. Feels like so long ago now. When Varl found me after the Hades Proving Lab, I thought I saw Rost. I don't think he'd understand any of this. Or what I have to do. But still. Wish he was here.
Okay.
This is the rite of passage that Vashav gave me at the embassy. I liked him. He seemed like a good man.
You did.
I think he was really looking forward to going home. Regala's attack at the embassy. The marshals ambushed and surrounded, killed one by one. Reminds me of the massacre at the Proving. Back in the Sacred Lands. So many lives wasted. And for what?
Was she crying? Confused by that gesture.
Elizabeth put all of her faith in Gaia. And
It's pondering things.
Gaia put all of her faith in me. If I can do it all, recover the subfunctions, defeat Zenith, heal the world, I'd like to think Elizabeth would be proud.
What else?
Are you sure that's what the data says?
I'm telling you, it's a drink, but it's soft.
How is it soft?
It says here it had bubbles in it.
Ah, they're talking about
Well,
Pop!
We can't expect to make sense out of everything the old ones did.
Okay, this is my room. The one that looks like a kitchen pot. Exit. Stairs. Gaia. Alright, Ether. Prepare to be home.
Aloy, I am pleased you have returned. And I see you have recovered Ether. Please proceed with the merge. Afterwards, I have a matter to discuss with you.
Uh-oh, I don't like it.
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated AETHER frequency.
AETHER. That's one of the subfunctions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Which is?
Coordinates. Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually AETHER?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Okay, I'm interested.
Why would AETHER send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection. or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Eleuthia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all. As far as it is aware, I no longer function.
Okay, so either Eleuthia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there, or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates, pretending to be Eleuthia.
That is my conclusion as well.
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data I reviewed on your focus, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
So, maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond and reveal your location.
Possibly. However, the transmission is highly irregular. If they intended to provoke me into revealing myself, I would expect the communication to be more routine.
Right. So maybe it's not them then.
I don't like it.
You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance. Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
All right, I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses.
How kind of you.
I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Eleuthia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Fine. Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
Straightforward. Kind of breaks the fourth wall a little bit. Oh, but I want to talk to her some more.
Aloy.
That was sneaky of you, patching in Varl and Erend to our conversation.
I am pleased you accepted their help. Is there something you wish to discuss before you depart?
Tell me everything! Please!
What can you tell me about Demeter?
Demeter sows, fertilizes, and tends to plant life.
So once I bring it back, all the blight out there will start to get better.
While permanent restoration requires the abilities of Hephaestus, I may be able to improve conditions in the region for a while. However, a word of warning. Like Aether and Poseidon, Demeter's response to my query was highly irregular. Alone and frightened, it may have taken measures to assure its security.
Okay, I'll keep my guard up.
You're like Poison Ivy from Batman.
You mentioned that the superstorms have subsided. Is that Aether at work?
Yes. Thanks to Aether's capabilities, weather patterns in the local region should mostly stabilize for the time being.
Well, that's a relief. Be nice not to have to fight my way through a storm anymore.
I will continue to stabilize the atmosphere for as long as I can.
Why did Aether take up residence in an ancient war museum?
As with the other subordinate functions, Aether needed to install itself on a processor with adequate storage and power. The one in the museum appears to have been sufficient, given that the holographic displays were still active.
So Aether was assured it could stay for as long as it needed to.
Correct. Though it is curious that it chose a place surrounded with the ancient ruins of aircraft.
Maybe it also felt at home there. The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species.
I think I've seen this already.
Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Faro.
Pharaoh, huh? I really hate that guy.
Yeah, I've heard
Understandable. He appears to have been pathologically narcissistic.
All 3 of the missing functions have already served their purpose or were prevented. Do you still need them?
If attainable, restoring their remaining... Perhaps you will be able to procure Eleuthia at the SOS coordinates. Artemis and Apollo, however, remain unaccounted for.
Okay, I'm gonna spitball again. The satellite that Apollo was supposed to be stored in, I bet it probably crashed somewhere that we can pick it up.
So, Poseidon, what do we know about it?
Poseidon controls the organic and chemical composition of water resources. Once it is restored to me, I may be able to improve conditions in the regional watershed. But I must warn you, like the others, Poseidon is lost and frightened. It may have taken measures to protect itself.
I'll be careful. How's Katalo doing?
I detect that the loss of his arm still deeply pains him, though he has not voiced his thoughts. I may be able to assist in his recovery, should he be interested.
Really? I'm sure he will be.
Tell me about more people.
How are things around here?
Zoe has been studying the morphology of her land gods in an effort to understand their sickness. Without the abilities of Hephaestus, I am unfortunately unable to correct their programming. However, Zoe and I are hopeful we will find an alternative way to heal them.
Well, keep at it. Varl and Zoe seem to like spending time together.
Uh-oh.
Indeed. While studying old world data, Zoe discovered references to a dietary lifestyle known as vegetarianism. She appreciated the similarities with Utaru practices and encouraged Varl to try out this lifestyle.
And how did that go?
I believe they have agreed to disagree.
That's amazing.
How's Erend handling things?
He is becoming increasingly accustomed to use of the focus after an initial incident.
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple.
Oh, wow.
Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus for being dainty. He has given repeated assurances that it will not happen again.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess.
Careful. Might run out of extras.
So this facility, the Regional Control Center, it was meant to oversee the terraforming system?
For the local region, yes. Had humans received their education from the Apollo database, they would have then been guided here to assume operation. As that never happened, this place remained vacant.
Until Minerva decided to settle here. So I guess this room was meant to keep an eye on conditions outside?
Yes. From here, the facility's operators would have been able to observe weather and machine activity in real time.
That would have been quite a sight.
It may still be possible to view some of them, should you find and reconnect the cameras to this room's console.
I'll keep a lookout.
Is that what the drones? Will they actually populate on the screen, the sky?
So the Hades Proving Lab, where I found the Gaia kernel. It used to be a Pharaoh research facility?
Yes. Prior to appropriation by Zero Dawn, The facility was used to engineer and test advanced computer viruses. It appears to have been one of many research initiatives by Faro Automated Solutions.
Guess it wasn't enough to build automated killing machines. He wanted viruses to infect them with, too. So, a while back, before the battle at Meridian, I went into Banuk territory. I discovered another AI there, one not related to Zero Dawn. Cyan. It was created to oversee operations for a volcanic stabilization project, and it spent the last 1,000 years in isolation. I'm guessing you didn't know about it?
No. From the data on your focus, it seems that Cyan was cut off from the outside world. An effort by its creators to protect it from the Pharaoh plague.
Any chance it could help us now?
I have already attempted contact, with no success. Given its previous experience with accepting an outside network request, I imagine it is unwilling to do so again.
Fair enough.
Right. Because last time Hephaestus enslaved it. Well, that's too bad. I think the two of you would have had a lot to talk about. The processor AETHER was installed on was part of an ancient war museum. A memorial to something called the Hot Zone Crisis. Do you know anything about it?
My knowledge of historical events was unfortunately lost with the Apollo database. However, climate data indicates a peak in regional temperatures in the 2030s. Such conditions would see extreme, prolonged droughts, an increase in dust storms, and a loss of habitable landmass.
But they wouldn't have built a museum in the middle of a wasteland. So I guess things got better eventually.
Yes. Data suggests that temperatures return to average levels in the clawback era of the 2040s.
Clawback.
There was an ancient tank embedded in the bulwark, buried under a bunch of boulders. Any idea how it got there?
During the Pharaoh plague, the US military resumed the use of human combatants, as automated machinery was unreliable. It is possible the vehicle was part of a pre-automated war fleet.
So they fought against the Pharaoh machines in the valley, until the mountain was blasted apart and buried them.
Wow. Okay, folks. But I know about those things. Thank you.
I'll be on my way.
What doors have opened? Cradle of Echoes.
Aloy, I was able to unlock another room in the main living area.
Up in here.
Good to know. I'll check it out when I can.
It's an elevator shaft. Main living area.
Huh.
This one?
The door's unlocked now. Gaia, what was this room for?
This was intended to be a recreational room for Control Center operatives. Unfortunately, the entertainment modules were lost with the Apollo database.
Oh, that's too bad.
To scan. So it's just a pretty room. It burst my bubble a little bit.
There it is.
This is the archive room. That's two people. Varl and Zoe. This is the machine room with Katalo. That is that exit. Elevators and stairs. I'm guessing go to the same place. No, not. Oh yeah. There's the data room.
store won't open. Guess Gaia hasn't been able to restore access yet.
Nope. Okay, let's go find Aletheia. Hopefully it's Aletheia.
There she is.
You ready to head out?
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good.
Can we fast travel all the way up there?
This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
Naturally. I don't like it. The Zeniths, I'm calling it now. Yeah, that'd be a Zenith.
Merman.
Literally. Ooh, a ballista.
What is that?
What the hell?
Oh! That did something.
Well, that takes the keg.
Burrow, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
With your focus and your eyes.
I'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that Zenith. Well, there are obviously more Zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it. Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
The cold distract me. It looked like she can make it come and go at will. But it's gone now.
Yeah. Well, go do your thing. I'll wait here.
Investigate the battlefield. Another one of those machines.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is.
Porch is bread. What a mess.
That ballista is probably an important thing. Medicine, we want it. Hello, give me the medicine, please. No, okay.
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area? An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else.
Uh-oh. I don't like that.
Weapon's still hot.
Of course it is.
I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off. Alright. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
Well, I'm interested in the full
I've
deal.
known tinkers that do that. Do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? Eleuthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
Medicine, please. Oh. Oh.
Stuff for the stash.
Look at all that medicine. We like it. It's a tunnel. It's an unnatural entryway.
That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go.
The SOS coordinates.
There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
Hello? Thank you. Ooh, we got a scannable. No, just kidding. Just a purple item.
Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console.
Alright. So far, so okay. I see any more lore. What is this?
I've never seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructive.
I don't like it.
This was a Far Zenith research lab. It looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eleuthia's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. Then why were the Zeniths still searching for the asset? Let's keep looking around.
I'm not excited to go through this door, but I am. It's a very complicated emotion.
So, exploring another far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Yet.
Or anything you can blow up.
Find this in my stash later.
Down here. Don't be death machines. Don't be death machines. More.
Find anything that might tell us what the asset is?
I don't think so.
Ooh, more lore. Is that going this way? I think so. Okay.
This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around.
I'm very
So,
nervous.
how is Erend taking all of this? Really?
Well, Gaia, the Zeniths, the Focus. It's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the Daunt and said you needed our help, he dropped everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure.
It's freaking huge in here.
A control console to access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
I don't like looking at that thing.
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
237.
You're right. I should check the log.
Giving me very Monsters Inc. vibes right now. Creature. Is it another clone? What is that?
Aloy. It's you.
Another one?
Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Spit. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Far Zenith. They are ruthless, and they have Aletheia, Artemis, and Apollo now.
Oh, wow.
But at least I don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye.
So she's
still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit, they can fly? Aloy! Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
2 of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
This is
I'll
the
protect
clone
her.
that they had. Okay. That's what I'm thinking anyway.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl on the clone.
Like, but how?
Here it comes! Ooh, ugly one, aren't you?
They're beetles. Fancy arc beetles. Nope.
I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots. That thing's quick.
Dang it. Ouch. No, please get me out of here. What? No, this is not going well.
Gotta get more ammo.
out of control. If I can't get up, I can't heal myself and I can't fight. Ouch. Oh, man.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through the Varl on the clone. Here it comes! Ooh, ugly one, aren't you?
Please let me move.
I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots.
Stop.
That thing's quick.
Come on, man.
I'm still in this fight.
Such focus. Come on, geometry! Alright, we're gonna look at the notes. Specters. They are weak to acid and plasma. Say
I should
freaking
prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone. Here it comes! Ooh, ugly one, aren't you? I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots.
What even was that?
That helps.
I'll be taking those turrets from you. Thank you. You've gotten faster. Get me out! Let me out! Like, holy!
Active corroding its armor.
Yes, sir!
There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Get this from my stash when I need it.
Still purple. Oh, I could use it. Probably help if I don't know, read it? Okay, here we go.
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other Spectre. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
You know he's not gonna.
the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
I'm trying to hurry.
I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
Please have less health. That was just annoying.
That doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Erend. Erend, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
The second you need
Shield
me,
down.
I'm there.
It's on the move.
I got your back, Aloy. Not fear, but it'll do. Boy, did you pick the wrong fight. Aloy, get out of there! Aloy, ammo! Aloy, can you hit this thing with acid? Get the blood
I could use it against the Spectre.
Use what? Ooh, cannon.
That's the weak spot. Ah, go on, shoot it. Ah, straight this dead down. Take it like a man. Or a woman. Sorry, Aloy. You need some ammo? Time to turn your lights out. Hit it again.
A heavy weapon. That could help.
Where is it?
Need more ammo.
Don't get that stuff on you.
Sir. What's that? Was that her arm cannon?
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Yes, sir.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon.
Oh, yeah. People are heavy. I don't care how
can figure out how that
quote-unquote
thing
light
works.
you are.
Maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all. That's full, but my stash has room.
Cool story, bro. Alright, what else is there to find? Oh, that heavy weapon fell down there, I think. Yeah, there it is. Where even am I? Oh, cool story. Because there's the base. And we're all the way up here. little shredder is cool. Hello, shrubs. Thank you. Okay. We're gonna recreate this bad boy. Please and thank you.
No. Damn it.
It burned to shreds, my lady.
Well, it's better than nothing.
It's like a weird disco ball.
I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Burl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
Where have I seen this before?
Maintenance corridor.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her.
Oh yeah.
Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
Uh-oh.
Don't understand.
She's gonna break down.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Booting up.
I don't like it.
So, Aloy, I suppose you want information.
About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did
Careful.
they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them.
They're immortal?
The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What do they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you? Does that mean that you're...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want.
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that.
Good.
The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it? They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit. So you know about the extinction signal? It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well, surprise. So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them? They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry.
Naturally.
Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says. Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah, I know. You mentioned the Zeniths set up a base here on Earth. Where is it?
Off the coast, I think.
Naturally.
Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus, infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space. Other survivors of the colony.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age, too.
Interesting.
How did you escape the Zeniths?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eleuthea's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
Well.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eleuthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
But Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eleuthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
And the Gaia root kernel?
I told them I could capture Eleuthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Suckers.
Well done. You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing?
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it?
That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access.
You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that?
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress.
Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Faro purged it.
The Zeniths have a copy.
No, they don't.
So it still exists. And you got to learn from it.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
We gotta get
To have
Apollo
all
back.
that knowledge, just out of reach. Must have been frustrating.
Then what was the other one? Artemis.
All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or...
So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaius fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single... To a single location, of course not!
You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are.
You were supposed to be further along by now!
Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing.
They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location.
What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone. They're gonna die.
Hey. Calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help?
I have certain knowledge sets.
Yeah.
And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry.
Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
She's our resident Apollo individual.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
Well.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
Alright, there was a lot more talking to do. But I think I might save it for the next one.
So the old ones painted their faces with something called makeup. Like the card ship.
Erend? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
Because there's 2 of me now.
There's 2 of you now! At least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying. What are you working on with your focus?
I'm still figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those 2 lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache. But I'll get up to speed. I promise.
What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms. Guy reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in Stormbird plates. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it. It ended like a lot of Oseram things do. With a spark and a boom.
Did you speak with Beta at all?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl took care of her. No use crowding someone when they're in a state.
Good call.
I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
I'll talk to the rest of them after, in the next clip. But first, I'm gonna go talk to Gaia, and then we'll cut it.
Welcome back.
Any chance I found the drone and didn't know it?
Error. Data missing.
That one is where I am, I think. No. Where I am, there is no drone. That's west of here. That's northeast. And that is east.
Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
Yeah.
A moment, I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
Where's that little roach hiding?
He's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Aletheia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The two remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
We also have the other
I wish
Gaia
you
kernel.
luck on your search.
Right. Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Cylon's weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more subfunctions to get.
Let's see what this item is and then we'll cut it. I'll stop playing at some point, you guys.
It's a little loud, Aaron. I know. It makes you want to punch something. More like someone.
Where'd Katalo go?
What am I crafting? I don't understand. Oh, there's more. Many more. Just need plowhorn horns. I don't understand. Tells me the job is done, but clearly it's not.
Aloy, there are more supplies in the chest. Help yourself.
Advanced purge water trap. Okay. He's so funny. Alright, crew. We are gonna give it a pause there, and I should have a link to the next video whenever it does come to the left, and I would appreciate the subscribe if you want to keep up with this Horizon playthrough. See you on the next one.